Hello everyone and welcome to This Day. Today is Tuesday, September 19th and I'm Bobby Higgins. Coming up we have Village Management Services CEO Siobhan Foster, and she's going to give us all the latest updates with everything you need to know to stay informed here in the Village. And that brings us to today's Stay Informed. Don't miss the Village Health and Wellness Expo on Saturday, October 7th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Clubhouse 5. Complimentary box lunches and giveaways will be available while supplies last, and also Memorial Care will be offering vaccines to the first 400 residents who sign up. You can visit their website or you can call Jessica Sanders at 949-452-3791 to schedule your appointment. And now let's take a look at the weather. Today is cool with patchy low clouds that are starting to clear away to mostly sunny with a high of 74 and a low of 63. We'll see this trend throughout the week and into the weekend. Tomorrow on Wednesday, we'll have patchy low clouds early, then mostly sunny. And then there's a slight chance of rain Wednesday night into Thursday morning, about a 67% chance. So if you're thinking of getting your car washed, I'd wait until after Thursday. It'll remain mostly cloudy on Thursday after the morning showers. On Friday, it'll be partly sunny as the clouds clear out. Saturday brings morning fog, then partly sunny with a high of 74 and a low of 61. Now taking a look at our sunrise and sunset. Here's a beautiful picture from Alan Clark, a rose in his garden. The morning sunrise today was at 6:36 and the sunset tonight will be at 6:53 p.m. If you would like to have your photos highlighted here on This Day, please email them to us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Stay with us because up next after the break, we will have the CEO update. But first, let's take a look at today's meetings.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Living and learning in Laguna Woods Village is a unique experience. For over 45 years, the Emeritus Institute has provided tuition-free college classes within your community. Join us to experience expert faculty, quality academics, and to make friends through the Emeritus Institute. New classes start every semester, and you can join nearly any time. Visit us anytime at saddleback.edu/emeritus. Learn, live, and thrive with the Emeritus Institute.
A will is not enough to avoid probate. However, if you have a will, a trust, a complete estate plan, then you will avoid probate. We encourage you to come meet with us. It's complimentary. We'll review the estate plan, make sure that it's current, covers all of your assets, and you're actually protected.
I'd like to personally thank LS Carlson Law for all my family's estate planning needs. I highly recommend them to everyone.
Hi, I'm Linda Honey. I'd be happy to help you and your family. Please call us today.
Your body is made for work, play, and adventure. All the things that make life amazing. But when pain gets in the way, turn to Hoag Orthopedic Institute to get you back to doing the things you love. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we're experts at getting you out of pain and back to golf, running, or yoga. Whatever makes you, you.
Welcome back to This Day. Joining me now is VMS's CEO, Siobhan Foster. Siobhan, welcome. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. And so I have a quick question for you before we get into all the updates that you have. You know, you're the head honcho, the big top dog. Tell me, what do you love about your job?
Just getting to know the residents. We have such a unique collection of of people, and it's just fun to get to know them.
It's definitely, yeah, I would totally agree with that. It's been really nice getting to know people. And tell me, is there anything about your job that's really challenging that maybe people don't know, that you're like, some parts of it are really tough?
Just trying to work with all the elected officials. We have quite a few of them, and trying to keep everything moving forward.
Get it moving forward,
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, moving to Village Management Services updates, there are 5 core objectives for communication. And so I know we want to go through each of those, and the first one being electronic, things like emails and digital platforms. Tell us about this.
Sure. The most prominent item is What's Up in the Village. This is the Friday e-blast that is sent to nearly 17,000 recipients. It includes news and events, amenities and activities, reminders and information, village television movies, and all upcoming movies and meetings.
And so that's pretty great that you have 17,000 people are signed up to receive this.
That's correct.
And so for those of them that are not subscribed to it, how do they do that?
Sure. You can subscribe on the village website. If you visit lagunawoodsvillage.com, you click Contact Us in the top right corner. You scroll to the bottom and complete all fields and request to subscribe to village communications, emails, and alerts. Or you can subscribe via email request by emailing info@lagunawoodsvillage.com and request to enroll in the village communication emails and alerts, including What's Up in the Village weekly e-blasts. You can also email the same address, info@lagunawoodsvillage.com, and request to receive the emails from GRF, as well as your housing mutual, either United or Third, because the presidents each send out specific information to their constituents. And then if you do that, you include your name, manor number, and address, and your email address. And the email address on file with resident services is totally separate, so you do need to subscribe to the village communications via the 2 methods that I just outlined, either on the form on the website or via email.
Okay, so if you're not getting What's Up in the Village, then you're not signed up. These are the things that you need to do.
Correct, yes.
Okay, yeah, and getting it as an email is obviously much easier to just have it come in to you, or you can also look it up on the website too, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and there's also a Laguna Woods Village Facebook page.
There is. This provides real-time information and upcoming events when they're about to occur. So just sign up, you follow the website or the Facebook page, and you can get all that information.
Yeah, that's so great, because that's, real quickly that stuff can come out, right away, right as you need it. And
Exactly.
So you just have to remember to check the Facebook.
Yes.
I find that with some of my notifications. You have to make sure you check it.
Exactly.
So you also have emergency notifications in place.
We do. Our system is called Code Red, and this is a way to receive voice, text, and email messages in the event of an emergency. And to enroll in this, the easiest way to do that, again, is through the website. Go to lagunawoodsvillage.com and click Code Red. There's an icon in the top left corner. You complete all the Code Red form fields, or you can go to the concierge desk down in the lobby, fill out the form there, or take the form with you and mail it back into the village. So there are 2 ways, again, to subscribe to Code Red, but we use that in times of emergencies and highly recommend that people subscribe.
Very important, especially at times like that, to need to know what's going on.
Right.
So, and then next, let's move to the print. You have the Village Breeze magazine.
Yes, we
How
do.
did this magazine come about?
It's actually a partnership with Memorial Care, and so they fund the magazine, and it's delivered bi-monthly to all of our residents, and it features articles of interest to our active adults, columns with news and updates from VMS departments, resident-driven content and community-connected, and helpful information, maps, phone numbers, and so forth. So it was born in partnership with Memorial Care, and
Oh, that's great.
we're very proud of the publication.
Yeah, and so everybody automatically, when they move in, they start getting the magazines?
That's
You don't have
correct.
to sign up for it? You just
Yes.
automatically will get it?
And then it's available throughout the community after it's been published at the Clubhouse One Fitness Center, the clubhouses in their offices, at the Golf Pro Shop, and all the places listed on the screen before you.
Yes, I've seen it in our lobby here for
Yes.
Village Television as well. So yeah, that's such a great thing. So
It is.
moving to governance, how do I say that?
Governance.
Residents can get a lot of information by watching board and committee meetings.
That's correct. And there are ways to do that. One is to visit the meeting calendar and schedule on the village website. You can, if you see there's calendars in the top menu screen, and then you click Calendars Home, and you can pick the calendar for whichever organization you are looking for. And then you follow the path to Granicus to watch live and past open board meetings, committee meetings, and their agendas are there as well. So to do that, you click on Residents and then Board Meeting Videos, and you'll see two options once you get there. One is for live board and committee meetings, and that's under Upcoming Events. And then the past open board meetings are available under Archived Events. So you can pretty much pick any meeting that you want to watch and find it here.
Okay, perfect. That's great. And then some meetings can be watched through Zoom.
Correct. Many committee meetings and all board meetings are available via Zoom. And so to go to that, you go to lagunawoodsvillage.com, calendars, all governance boards calendar, and then you'll click on the link a few minutes prior to the start of the meeting. And there is no password required.
Oh, that's great. So now if you're on a Zoom meeting, do you need to like silence your mic, or is it you're not like you can come up and ask questions at a meeting?
We have
if
a
you're
system where people can raise their hands if they need to be elevated to a status where they can speak. But generally, you're called an attendee, so you simply watch the meeting.
Okay. All right, good to know. And then also residents can watch meetings here on TV6.
That's correct. Monthly open board meetings are aired live on TV6 on their respective Tuesdays at 9:30 a.m. And then all board meetings are replayed the following Thursday at 1:30 p.m. and on the following week on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. So there are a number of opportunities to watch the meetings.
That's great. Or they can also pull it up on YouTube.
That's correct. You can visit the Village YouTube channel, and that's at youtube.com/C/Village Television to watch meetings, recordings on demand. And again, there's a quick link on the homepage. It's that red arrow on the top of your screen.
Okay, so easy to find it. And how long do you would say after the meetings are recorded until they make it onto YouTube? It's pretty quickly.
It doesn't take very long. They do
Yeah.
a great job up here getting them
That's
ready
great.
to go.
So the Laguna Woods Village website, I mean, it's so great. It has so much information. But you can also find recreation activities and classes.
Yes, you can. And there's another menu on the homepage. It's the amenities page that's circled on the top of your screen. You can click on this and visit the activity calendar, which is shown on the right-hand side of the screen. And this shows you all the activities and classes going on a given day.
That's great. I love how there's just so much socializing and exercise and so many reasons to just get out and enjoy life.
Right, it's one of the hearts of our community.
Absolutely,
Definitely.
I love that. So there's also broadcast services with
Correct.
here, Village Television. So what are all the different things you can find out about on TV6?
So there are movies, monthly movies. So there's shown on the screen are the September movies. There's also ThisDay, which is the program we're on right now. And then there are other programming such as Let's Talk Tech and Discovering Laguna Woods Village, just to name a few. So some great live programming.
Yeah, I was talking with Paul Ortiz, and he was saying how he was speaking with somebody at like different stations, local stations, that they don't have all the programming that we do here at TV6. And he was like, this is incredible how much programming there actually is. Such a great feature for the residents.
Absolutely, and obviously the content is germane to our community, so it's fabulous.
Yeah. And lastly, to be up to date, make sure you're getting all the information you need. Residents, they need to get on the marketing and communications email list.
There are various membership lists, and I'd like to go over them very briefly this morning. There's the marketing and communication email list, the association membership list, and then the preferred delivery method. And these get confusing for our residents, I'm sure. In terms of marketing and communications, the email you have on file with Resident Services does not subscribe you to our communications, as we talked about earlier. Residents must opt in and can opt out of those email lists used for communication. And you can update the email for participating in this by emailing info@lagunawoodsvillage.com. And then any email that comes from the communications list, you have the ability to unsubscribe at the bottom of that message if you should choose to not receive it any further in the future.
Okay.
And then in terms of the association membership, this is the official membership list, and that resides in Resident Services. It is for business purposes other than village marketing and communications. Again, the two are not linked. So you can update your information, your mailing address, phone, email address, etc., by emailing Resident Services. And their email address is residentservices@vmsinc.org.
And when you say business purposes, what do you mean by that? Like
We have to do 2 annual mailings to our residents required by state law. That's an official purpose.
Got it. Makes sense.
And then to continue with this, residents can request copies of the association membership list via records request, and that is handled through the CEO General Manager's office. The Civil Code, the state law, also allows members to make their contact information inaccessible to anyone who requests it. And to do that, members must notify the association of his or her wishes, fill out the opt-out authorization form. This is contained in the April and November business plan mailings, or they can log into their resident portal to do this. And all options are detailed in the opt-out authorization form that is mailed or emailed with the business plans.
So the authorization form will be coming again in November?
That's correct.
Okay, so if they haven't already gone to the website to do it, then definitely respond
Yes.
to the mailing that's coming in November.
And then lastly, there's the preferred delivery method. This is a new state law that mandates that residents indicate their preferred delivery method. So we just hit September 1st, where residents had to indicate their preference for 2024 mailings. Now, if a resident wants to update their preference for 2025, they can do that by emailing information@vmsinc.org. And this saves money if people go electronic. It saves about $7.50 per man or per year for the spring and fall mailings. And then if we had 12,000 residents opt to go electronically, that would save more than $90,000 a year. So we're really advocating that
Yeah.
residents go electronic.
That is great. Yeah, huge savings. And that money comes out of like the residents' fees, right?
Correct.
To pay for those mailings.
Yes.
So, yeah, so definitely anything to do to help.
Right. And so all this is very confusing. So in conclusion, we're looking at a way to streamline all these opt-ins, opt-outs, sign-ups, and so forth. So hopefully we have a more concise way for our members to do this in the future. But right now, those are the mechanics involved.
Okay. Wonderful. It's great information.
Yes.
Any last words or anything else about future communications that's
No, we
didn't go over?
We just encourage everyone to sign up because it's always good to know what's going on in the community.
And to get the most out of your experience here
Yes,
as well.
that's
Definitely.
correct.
Well, thank you for being here. It was so nice to meet you, and I
Nice to meet
appreciate
you,
you
Bob.
breaking it all down for us.
Thank you.
Well, don't go anywhere. We have announcements and weather coming up right after this.
My name's Aaron Kennedy. I'm a Supervisor 1 here at Laguna Woods Village Security, which is basically like a field sergeant. So I'm in charge of field supervision of the other patrol units that are out in the field at this time. I've been here over 2 years. I do have prior law enforcement experience, 11 years prior law enforcement experience. With that, I was an investigator, so you know, that all that knowledge helps me in helping the residents here in Laguna Woods Village. like to be proactive here. Always looking for the suspicious person, or always looking for things that just appear out of place. And then a lot of times too, I just love pulling up to the residents that are out walking and just chit-chatting, providing my business card, letting them know, hey, if you have any questions about anything, or feel free to contact me. The way I look at it is that, I'm out here to serve and help my parents or grandparents. So, the way I tell the residents is there's nothing too small for us to go out and help you with. There was a lady who asked for help or assistance. It was a call. It was assistance in just carrying a printer down to her car, and I would respond to that call, and she's like, oh, hey, I don't mean to bother you. Like, you're never a bother, what we do a lot is a security division. I mean, we're going out to assess plumbing issues, we're going out to assess structural issues, electrical issues, all these things, because we're the only 24-hour department, right? So we're doing a lot of those things too outside of the security realm.
What would you say was the biggest adjustment from going to what you might say a regular police department, responding to calls, and coming here?
You just have to realize that you're not a police officer anymore. We're licensed security guards or security officers through the state, but our powers are limited to that of the private person, and so you just have to understand that. But with that being said, it's also very helpful because I do understand the law and I do know what my abilities are and what I'm not able to do as well.
What would you say is one of the things that people expect or ask of you that you guys just can't do? What are some of the things you go like, hey, you know what, that's not what we do. You're gonna have to call a police officer or something like that for this?
Well, a lot of times too, like we're sent out on calls and it could be an assault, it can be domestic, it could be things like that. And we get sent out and make assessments, and then we'll contact, the Orange County Sheriff's Department to come out if we feel like, okay, this is something that they need to come out for.
Today at School 2, they're having a flash days event.
And that's really my job as a field supervisor, is to make those determinations on the calls we're being sent on, to keep us safe, to keep our residents safe, and to make sure that our residents are getting the proper service and that's, for their issue.
Do you say to yourself, like, hey, today is the day where I'm gonna, or when you see something like, oh, we've definitely had a problem over here, I'm gonna do extra here, I'm gonna go over here, when you guys get kind of your watch list of the day, here's things we're looking out for, what are the kind of specifics that sometimes you're looking out for when you're just out here on patrol?
We do get that, so we do have what we call BOLO sheets, or be on the lookout, and a lot of it's just like transients that have security breached into the village in the past, patrol checks for particular areas that a resident may have a concern about. Those are the things that we're looking for. And I know for me, with my prior law enforcement experience, I've dealt with, parolees and probationers and, within the village. And, we've done a lot of good work here in order to get the undesirables out.
How many calls would you say you go on a typical day, or the department as a whole goes on a typical day?
It really varies. I think for day shift, it can be, as slow as maybe 20 calls, but as busy as 50, 75, plus.
So how vast, from your perspective, is this area that you guys patrol? All the gates, all the communities, all the everything?
6 gates for.
It's, 3.5 square miles. Like I said, it's its own mini city, and that's what makes us different. The typical security person that may be working at, let's say, Bank of America or something where they're standing a post, is completely different to what we're doing. It's because we're out on active patrol. We're observing and reporting, but we also have a contact element. So we observe, we contact, and then we report and make assessments to determine, if the Sheriff's Department needs to get involved, fire department, things like that.
Do you guys get special assignments, security for an event, security for these kinds of things? Do you cover those as well?
We do, yeah, we do. People can request our presence at, a lot of times there's like like during the summer, like a concert, different things like that, and we'll, supplement with security personnel for them. We do have special assignments here as well. There is a traffic unit, and their primary function is traffic enforcement. So they'll be making traffic stops for traffic violations, from speeding, stop signs, things like that.
When you go on a typical day, what do you prepare for? What's your mindset when you go out? I know you talked about service and that kind of thing, but is there kind of a mindset of a police officer? Is a mindset of service? Is it mindset of what is it when you're thinking, hey, I'm going out, I'm hitting the road, let's make today happen?
I think it runs the gamut. I think that, my police experience definitely does help, but in policing, we were very service oriented as well. It was community oriented policing. The same thing that I kind of look at here is the things that we're doing is community oriented or resident oriented here in the village. And, my main focus is to be available to assist them, and then when I am available to have my own patrol time, is I'm looking for people that probably probably shouldn't be here, and so that our residents don't become a victim of crime.
Welcome back to This Day. Let's take a look at announcements. The Laguna Woods Democratic Club is hosting a candidate forum where you can meet the candidates for the U.S. House of Representatives for the 47th Congressional District tonight. This is happening tonight. It starts at 7 p.m., but you're encouraged to come early at 6:30 to meet the candidates. The $3 guest fee will be waived for this event. The Democratic Club is asking for guests to bring recyclable bottles and cans for South County outreach if possible. For further information, contact Sue Deering at 949-463-4419. And taking a look at the weather, it is starting to clear up a little bit out there. It's cool with low clouds this morning. We'll have a high of 74 and 63. Tomorrow on Wednesday, we'll have a high of 71, a low of 61, some morning clouds again, but mostly sunny. And then Wednesday night into Thursday, there is a slight chance of showers, about a 67% chance. So it'll be mostly cloudy all day Thursday. On Friday, it'll be cloudy, but then give away to some sunshine. And on Saturday will be morning clouds as well, and a high of 74 with a low of 61 on Saturday. So that is your weather. Taking a look ahead tomorrow on This Day, we'll be joined by Adapt to It and All Musicians Club with Alan Goldman. Thank you for watching This Day. Here's an inspirational quote to leave you with. Be a positive energy trampoline. Absorb what you need and rebound more back. I love the visual this gives me inside my head. I'm Bobby Higgins. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Stephanie Landon, talking to you today about a significant risk for breast cancer, dense breast tissue. About 40 to 50% of women between the ages of 40 to 74 have dense breast tissue, a factor that has been associated with up to 4 times the risk for breast cancer. Speak with your physician about the best options for your health and if supplemental screening is right for you.